Here's something most people don't realize. Great sleep doesn't happen by accident. It starts with what you're sleeping on. That's why I switched to Psychc-K. Their bedding is made from the same performance fabrics you'd find in elite athletic wear, but designed to help you sleep better. If you run hot at night, these sheets help you stay cool and dry. If you love that cozy, ridiculously soft feel, they've got that too. Comfort that stays consistent from the moment you hop into bed. And for anyone with an adjustable base, this is a game changer. Their Stay Fit corners are the best I've ever tried. No slipping, no popping off, even when the bed moves. When your days are demanding, Psychc-K helps you wake up restored, not run down. Try them for yourself with their 60-night risk-free guarantee. Upgrade your sleep at Psychc.com.
Hi, I'm Alicia.
And I'm Stacy.
And we make Trashy Divorces, everybody's favorite good podcast about bad relationships.
Looking for something true crimey without the gore or the body count?
We've been churning out funny, feisty, feminist episodes since 2019. So if you're looking to put some scandalous stories told well into your ears this summer, check out Trashy Divorces, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Trust us, we've covered someone you love.
Or someone you love to hate.
Hey, I'm a medium, and this podcast is for those who wish to understand the wonderful world of spirit. Where do we go when we die? I'll share stories of mine as a medium and other mediums in our journeys, plus you will hear real-life client readings so that you can know without any doubt that your loved ones in spirit are around you all the time. I'm Jen, and this is the Singing Medium Podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Singing Medium Podcast. I'm Jen Abra. I'm the Singing Medium, obviously, and I have another fellow medium here. She's not the Singing Medium, but she is the medium in the middle. It's Steph, and you've probably heard of her by now, and if you haven't, you're in for a big treat. And I'm really excited to have her on the podcast. It's a manifestation of mine. I think you came on the Psychic Network once.
Yeah, last year we did that together.
I was going to say, that was like the most popular one that there was, so...
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So this is awesome. And I'm coming to you live from the closet. And Steph is coming to you live from her beautiful new house. So welcome to the podcast, Steph. I'm happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. I'm always excited to talk to other mediums.
Yeah, that's like a switch from when I first became a medium. It was not like this, the way it's very collaborative and very like supportive and like you go kind of thing. It was like the opposite of when I came out of the spiritual closet like 6 years ago. And I don't think, there was social media obviously 5 years ago, but it wasn't like to the extent it is now kind of thing where the energy is like there's a lot more mediums that are out there that are doing their thing. I find that mediums are a lot younger than me now, which I think is super cool. I remember Spirit telling me that was because your age group, what do you guys call yourself? You're not millennials, are you? Millennials?
I think I am a millennial.
Yeah, I thought so. I meant to Google what I am. I know I'm a lot older than you, but I just feel like your millennials, the job of millennial, Spirit said, is to make this legit, like to make the world, to make the spirit world actualized and to make it real and to make it cool, because you guys are all like, you're young and you're excited about things and you're like, I don't know, you guys just do things differently. So that's actually your guys' purpose here, is to make spirituality more acceptable, or one of your purposes. So yeah, I think
Spirit's so smart. Spirit's so smart. I know whenever I talk to anyone older than me who's been doing this for like 20 years and I'm going to them for advice, they're always like, you have so much time. Like you started so young. And I'm not young, I'm 32, but young, I guess. Yeah. It's like, I didn't realize when I was 60 that this is something I can do. So yeah, I do really feel that the gift of time is something I'm super grateful for, because I know I can keep developing my whole life and have a long career in this, hopefully.
Yeah. It's good to start early. I think I was 40, because I didn't know. I had no idea I could talk to dead people. What about you? Did you know before you could talk to dead people?
No.
No.
I was, I think, 28 when I realized.
Okay. How'd you
or
find
27. a very random, I was lying in bed and I started to get all these downloads, and I was really confused as to where the information was coming from. It was right after I took my Reiki level 1. I just started having weird knowings and things were happening and I'd be right about things. And everyone was like, how do you know that? How can you confirm? And I was like, I don't know. I just know this, and this is what I have to offer you. So there was a week or 2 weeks, was it, where spirit just came in strong, and it was just mediumship reading after mediumship reading. And of course I didn't call it that back then. I was like, what is happening? And after a few weeks, I was like, well, I'm crazy. Like, take me to the loony bin. I need to go. And then through YouTube University, I just started Googling everything I could find. And even then, like, I couldn't find people. Like, yeah, now there's a big community, and now online, there's lots of people you can connect with, like you said. But even 4 or 5 years ago, I probably wasn't in it, so it was harder to find people, but I just found it really hard to kind of find my people of who I could connect with. And that's how it all started in a nutshell. I mean, I have a whole podcast on it, but
Well, I was just gonna say, but there's a podcast on it, and there's 200 episodes, so obviously I couldn't go through all of them. And I'm not saying that I only binged them today. I have listened to them in the past, but I was like, when you were talking, I'm like, that's totally one of her podcast episodes that I did.
Yeah, the first 10 episodes are kind of the big what happened, how it started. So I always say, if you don't want to listen to all, there's like 107, I think. Go back and just listen to the first 7 to 10 episodes, because it's a long story, right? Like, how do you tell someone that you just started talking to dead people and you're like, this is what's new? Yeah.
Just blurt it out. You know what? By now people know obviously what I do already, but Steph is referring to her own podcast called Medium in the Middle podcast.
Oh, yes.
And it's so funny because, like, I don't even like podcasts. I have my own podcast, and like literally you're the only one I listen to because I don't like podcasts. I mean, they're okay. Like, my husband, he'll listen to all these like Joe Rogan and stuff like that. And why do you want to sit around and listen to people talk for like hours and hours about like the most ridiculous, like unattainable, not important things? Like, I forget which one he was listening to, but they're talking about celebrities. I'm like, this is not relevant. Like, I mean, it's relevant to people who are like, walking around with their heads in their wherever, but like for me, I need something more. I need something spiritual. And then even like spiritual podcasts, I would go on road trips and try. I'm like, okay, I'll give Steph a break for a second and see if I can actually find someone else I like to listen to. Nothing. It's
hard.
Love and light.
It's hard. I know.
Oh,
well, and I have to like your voice if I'm going to listen to you. So yeah, I like business podcasts. Like, if I'm going to learn something from you. I also like murder stories.
Nice.
I'm constantly
that makes
listening.
Sense.
I'm always like, this is so typical of me, because like just like an hour story, if I'm getting ready, I like listening to them. Case files, that's what it's called. That's a good one if you ever want to listen to a little
you ever try to solve them? You're like, hey, I can solve that for you.
Sometimes I'm just like waiting for them to figure it out, and I was like, it was him, obviously. Sometimes I'm blown away.
Yeah. No, but I mean, if there's like a murder or something, like you could like, because I'm thinking like forensic mediumship, because once I took a class with Thomas John, it was forensic mediumship. It was so cool. We got to do a case that was on like America's Most Wanted or one of those crazy, crime shows. And he was like, oh yeah, I worked with the family, and he letting us like see this map, and we had to go on this map and try to find out where the dead body was. It was really cool.
Ooh, I wish like my abilities could do that. I'm sure with some training, but I was listening to a medium named Fleur's podcast, and she was talking to someone who was actually murdered, and she gave them some information about the murder because the lady was like, I think this person did it. And I was like, wow, like that's pretty specific.
Yeah, it would be hard to do. Like, I'd be afraid I wouldn't be. You'd have to be a very confident medium.
Oh yeah.
To go in there and do that kind of. I mean, learning and having it, it was a great time and stuff. And Thomas John's hilarious, but it was just like really cool to see that there's another aspect to the mediumship world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
We can do it. We can talk to like. Have you ever talked to a celebrity? No, that's a really silly question.
No, actually. Have you?
No, but the reason I ask is because I had a couple of mentors, and one mentor I went to, she's like, oh yeah, you could channel like, why do I want to say Donald Trump? He's still alive. That's psychic information.
Whoa!
Right? But like,
I've been saying he's gonna die for so long. I'm like, guys, he's not lasting long. He is not lasting long.
Okay, maybe because I don't ever say anything random. Like
No,
I
nothing is random that comes out of a psychic's mouth.
No, I wasn't even like thinking it. But yeah, some put it like insert a random celebrity name in there. She's like, oh yeah, you could talk to anyone. And I was like, that didn't sit with me because I'm like, well, you could cheat though. Like if I'm doing a reading for someone, a client, I don't know them, I don't know their loved ones. I can't go on the internet and cheat. Like people say, oh, you're one on my Facebook and you got
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I don't have time to do that. But with a celebrity, you could like if I want to talk to Prince, he's not going to tell me anything new. Plus, there's no point in that because you have no one to give the message to. Like Prince's mom isn't going to like call me up and say she knows everything.
That's what I thought too. I was always like, I want to be well, I don't want to be like a medium to the celebrities, but I would like to be their Reiki person, because they all need it for sure with everything going on in their lives. And I was thinking like, yeah, like if you were doing a mediumship reading, what could you really tell them that isn't on the internet that like you wouldn't have heard before, you wouldn't have known? You'd have to really like all the description factors, all of like who they're connected to, who they are, what their relationship is, that all gets taken away because you're a celebrity.
Evidence.
All your evidence. Yeah.
Like my job would be easy. So going back to the Reiki thing though, I want to touch on that because you mentioned that you had your first experience after you did your Reiki attunement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's actually something we have in common, which I didn't realize, is that that's how it started for me too, was Reiki 1. So I had my Reiki 1 attunement, and I remember coming out of the like all days and walking around. I thought I was drunk. I felt like I was drunk. I was driving. You know what I'm talking about. If you've ever had a Reiki attunement, you kind of know what we're talking about. But I remember that, and after that, things started opening up.
Yeah, so same for me.
Yeah. So like it's almost like your crown chakra explodes and your third eye explodes, and as you go like different levels, I know you teach Reiki too. As you go different levels, I feel like every attunement sort of like does a little bit more like imploding of your life and your spiritual development too.
Yes.
So I always tell people, if you want to be a medium, go start with Reiki level 1, and then see how it goes after that because it opens you up to so much more, literally.
Mm-hmm. And I always tell my students that too. Like that's a really good way to put it. I always joke and say that Reiki 1 is like the gateway drug for your spiritual awakening, for your development, for your intuition turn on, because yes, it's so massive and such a game changer that I'm like, this is the fun part. After level 1, you figure out what are your gifts. You figure out what you're good at. You figure out what you're interested in. And you're like, whoa, I didn't even know I could talk to dead people. Here we go. And then you're down that path, or like, oh, I didn't know I was psychic, or oh, I didn't know I was really into tarot, or I didn't know I was really good with a pendulum, whatever it is. Yeah. Everyone I find Reiki level 1 is like the beginning, the gateway, or the expansion, because you can have all those things. And Reiki, I always say Reiki level 1 is just awareness. So much awareness.
Yeah. I feel like also like I always tell people that the mediumship journey is not just talking to dead people as well too. So going back with the Reiki too, it's like you literally start diving into your soul journey. Like you learn so much about yourself. You become more entwined. I like to say entwined with spirit's energy, which is like pure unconditional love, which is what Reiki is. So all of these, both of these beautiful, pure energies, you're living and breathing every day after you do Reiki and when you become a medium. It's just, and this beautiful journey starts unfolding in front of your eyes. You're like, I just thought I was going to talk to dead people. I just wanted to buy this course and I thought I was just going to learn how to talk to dead people. Now I'm doing shadow work. I'm under my bed crying and I don't know.
I know. I don't think people understand how much self-work goes into it. And I'm always talking about boundaries. I'm always talking about self-care. I'm always talking about those things, but I was like, you can't do this work without boundaries. I said, for the first 2 weeks, it's really cool because you want to read everybody and you want your spidey senses to be picking up everything. But then eventually you just want to go to the grocery store and grab your eggs and go home and not like have to run out of the store because spirit's everywhere. So yeah, you're totally right. It is like a fine line of like, you are still doing a lot of work outside of when you're just connecting with spirit.
Have you, speaking of grocery stores and running up to people, have you ever run up to someone and say, excuse, and I think this is a podcast episode too. I think I did listen to that.
Yeah, I was at it was a yoga class.
Okay.
And I had the biggest anxiety attack afterwards. And yes, it went well. And she delivered it. And like, she accepted the message and she was super open and she was the sweetest lady. I still remember her. I went up after yoga class because I was sitting in yoga class thinking, I wanted to do group readings. And I was like, well, I could just pretend to read the yoga class and just collect whatever information in my mind. Because that's a great idea to do during meditation. So here I am during an hour and a half.
got your grandma and your dad and your dog is sitting here.
And I was like, oh shoot, now I have to tell them because I have these nagging souls. So it was her husband, and I told her all these things, and she was so excited because it was their 10-year anniversary on Monday, and this was on a Friday. And she like went to go, she's like, oh, I just have to hug you. And she like gave me a hug, and then she like went to go get her coat, and she came back and she was like talking to herself. She's like, I can't even tell Becky. I can't even tell Sarah. They're not going to believe me. My friends aren't going to believe me. I have to tell my daughter. She probably won't believe me. They have to believe me. They just have to. And then she like went back to go get her scarf, and then she came back. She's like, here you are, Steph. I believe you. They have to believe me. They're going to believe me. And you can see her like going back and forth. And I was like, I need to go home. And I ran home, and I was like, Steph, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Like, yes, that went great in best case scenario, but it could have gone the other way, and like consent, and you can't just read a yoga room. It was just,
because you never know how they're going to take it either.
Yeah.
I've done that before in my beginning days. Thought I was really cool. I'm like, oh, I can talk.
Oh yeah, it's a flex. You're like, oh, look at me.
I'm Teresa Caputo.
Yeah.
Me, little town of Shelburne with 800 people who live here. I'm gonna walk around the town, and I would have like constant bombardment of spirit. Like we would get in the car, and if my son would have a friend, or my daughter would have a friend in the back seat, I'd be like talking to their grandma. I'm like, oh, well, did your grandma die? And they're like 8 years old. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? They're crying.
They're like, go ask your mom.
Yeah.
This is evidence. Go tell her.
Yeah, it's just like, because in the beginning you are so excited, and you are so passionate about what you do, and you want to help, and you're like, it's like, I'm trying to think of like an analogy to describe it, where you just turn this thing on and you can't turn it off.
And you're just so excited.
Yeah.
Well, and I did it once at the mall, but that was very spirit directed, very, very, and it wasn't as bad, but I still had a panic attack afterwards.
Okay. So speaking of like your panic attacks and feelings, are you okay now with like discerning what is like, I don't know, for me, I feel like someone's having a heart attack or someone has a stomach ache. Like at the dentist, I said to the hygienist, because I know her, I'm like, oh my God, I didn't turn it off. I forgot to turn it off when I came here. But I know she's open to it, and she's also practicing, right? So I was like, oh, and I'm like, I just said there's a dog here. That's all I'm saying is there's a dog here. But I was getting like a stomach ache, and I was like, okay, I know this is not my stomach ache. Yeah, I don't like the dentist very much, but I know this is not my stomach ache. So do you know the difference? Like for people who are listening who are very clairsensitive?
Yes, now I do. And I also mentor people, and we're kind of working through this. And even my students for Reiki, I always tell people this takes the longest. I think it probably took me 2.5 years to now discern what's mine and what's not mine, what's spirit and what's me, what's my bellyache, what's someone else's, why I didn't like that place, why I'm happy to be home. That it took me, that was the longest lesson, I would say, of discernment. What is yours? What is not yours? And on and off. That does not come easy. Well, it didn't for me, at least. I'm sure it does for some people.
Yeah. I have some students who say I use a light switch. They picture a light switch. I have one student who came up with like, I'm going to use a telephone. There's a telephone on the wall and it rings. I'll pick it up. If I don't pick it up, you don't get to tell me stuff. Like,
that's a good one.
It just takes a long time. Like you said, like you can't just go and meditate and take one class and declare I mean, you can.
No.
You can, but good luck.
Yeah.
Right? So, like,
if that is anyone, please let us know. I want to know if you exist.
No, I have students. So like in anything I do, like first class of mediumship, I'm like, listen, 2 hours long, and I just I preach them the whole time, because I'm like, these are the things that my teacher didn't tell me. Not that she was a bad teacher, but because maybe she didn't think of these things. And I think mediumship has evolved over the years. Mm-hmm. I really do. Like it's evolved into way more complicated things about yourself that you need to not ignore anymore. And these are the things that they don't tell you. Right? So it's like, I gotta tell them, so you don't go through all the crap that I had like entity attachment, like no one taught me that. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's so important to have like an amazing mentor to be like, okay, it's good to, I mean, I don't want to have to go through all these horrible things for me to teach you about it, but it's good to know, like, if you're feeling something creepy, know what that is.
I always say to my students, we don't have to reinvent the wheel here. If I know something, I can tell you it. You don't have to, go through all these things.
I always wondered too, like, what would be like, how do we, like, I need some scientist or doctor to come up to me and hook me up to a machine and to like, even like, what is going on in your brain?
Same. I will volunteer if anyone will like put those stickers on my head and do whatever. I am so interested. I really want to get like a fitness watch because I want to see what my heart rate does when I'm channeling. And I want to know, like, when it's like, oh, you just did exercise or you just did whatever. I want to know what happens when I'm talking to the soul. Yeah.
You just
like, what's my heart doing,
Yeah. You just entered the spirit world. Can you imagine? Like,
yeah. You were there for 14 minutes.
There's a little ghost that goes beep beep boop 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 on the watch.
You channeled 3 souls.
Yeah. So how many readings can you do a day without getting super drained or tired?
Okay, so this is funny, and I told you this last time, which was like a year ago, and you told me it wouldn't last long. I don't do mediumship readings.
Right.
I know. So
you do group events though.
I do. Yeah, I do group events. So I just did 2 big group readings in the last month of 75 people each.
Okay, I did hear that episode.
Yeah, so that was really good. But no, I don't do mediumship readings, and my boundaries are pretty strong now with Reiki and mediumship. But with clients, I take 3 a day. That's my max.
Yeah, same with me.
4 is really pushing it. I can do 4 on like a Friday if I have a day off.
It's almost Saturday. I can do it.
Yeah. But yeah, how many readings can you do?
3 and out.
Yeah.
So I work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 to 1. That's it. And I jam 3 in a row from 9, 10, and 11.
Back to back.
Yeah, I run the bathroom real quick because I want to just bam, bam, bam. Because if I'm in the spirit world at 9 o'clock, I'm done the spirit world at 1 o'clock. Like that's it. Right?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Then you'll speak of boundaries, and you have clients like, I'm desperate for a reading, and you're like, but so you get really good at like saying no. I think leadership also teaches you how to say no and mean no, like, because some people want to help. That's our like.
Oh, I know, and it's hard.
Yeah,
I get DMs every single day asking for readings every single day, and I have to say no. And it's like a challenge for me to know what I want, know where I want to put my energy. And I was actually just with my mentor talking and kind of going through this, and she said to me, she's like, Steph, I'm good at a lot of things. She's like, I don't do a lot of things. She's like, you can be good at a lot of things and not do them. She's like, you still have choice. And for some reason with mediumship, sometimes I feel like you don't have choice. You're like, oh my God, this message though, I have to deliver it. And I was like, no, I have choice. That's a boundary. So it's like a hard dance as well, because you have this responsibility, you feel like.
Okay, so question from the audience, like if that was the audience listening to this, so then why do you call yourself medium in the middle?
Well,
yourself Reiki in the middle.
I know. So the medium in the middle, I'm still a medium. So even though I don't do readings, I know people ask me that. They're like, why do you call yourself medium in the middle? Well, I named myself.
See, I knew what they were thinking
2.5 years ago. Yeah. And I still feel like it fits because no matter what I do, I'm still in the middle. So it's still me between you and spirit. It's still me between you and Reiki. It's still me between you and the energy. So I do still feel like I'm in the middle. And even though I'm not like taking clients for mediumship, I'm still a medium. I still do group readings. And I think there's just this, you have to be doing readings if you're a medium. It's like, well, no, you can be developing still. You can be practicing. It could be not your time. It could be a lot of things. So I know sometimes people are like, well, it's confusing when you're medium in the middle, but you don't offer readings. And I was like, nah, it's not confusing because, but like, no, it's like, that's a good question.
Listen, people, this is just because I just decided, all right? I got my boundaries here. It's not time, but also in the middle, you're literally in the middle of like the human world and the spirit world.
Yeah.
You're the middleman, right?
I am the middleman. Like if I wasn't medium in the middle, I'd be the middle woman. Right. Steph in the middle.
But that's what I always tell people though, is like we have to raise our vibration and they have to lower theirs a little bit. Our consciousness, has to mix in the middle.
Yeah. So I think if I were to do mediumship readings, I would actually have to work less because I'm not at the spot where I can hold energy for 3 hours. Right. And then I would have to raise my prices and then I would have to readjust my whole schedule. And then it's just like, I'm just not ready for that right now.
I'm sure it'll be time when it's time.
Oh yeah. When it's time.
Yeah. Because I was listening to a couple weeks ago, listening to one of your episodes, and you're like, I think you were addressing this already.
Yeah, probably. I talk about it a lot.
I love your consistency though. Like, I want to tell you, one of your episodes really inspired me, and I don't know which one it was, but it was like a couple weeks ago. I don't know if it's your Psychc-K one, but you had this goal, and you were talking about how you wanted to, like, you just were giving advice, like, just start the podcast. If you want to make a podcast, just start it, right? Like little
start
things
before
like
you're ready.
Right? Yeah, that's what you were saying. And you don't have, like, I feel like people think we have to be these big inspirational people, but literally you just say one thing and you have no idea. Like, one person could hear this, right? Even for me too, and I'm a medium, I was like, because because I wanted to change. Like I was in the middle of like changing my Elevate Her Soul podcast into the Singing Medium podcast.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know how to make the beginning part. I don't know how to put the music with my
Oh
talking.
yeah,
And I was like, oh, it was so easy. Like you think something's so hard, but really it's so like that's what people make mediumship hard. They think it's hard. It's not hard. It's just a lot of learning. It's a lot of
yes.
discipline. It's a lot of commitment. It's a lot of
Yes.
drive. It's a lot of staying there, not giving up, right? So it's not
Mhm.
hard. And we think we're making it harder than it is because everyone overthinks everything.
Yeah, we just need commitment. I know. And that's what I always tell my students. I say, as adults,
Yeah.
like we just want to be good at things right away. And we don't want to practice. And we know our kids, we're like, practice your piano every week, 1 hour every night. Like, do you practice anything 1 hour every night, Susan? No, you don't. And like, so we expect to just like do something once and be good at it, or twice or 3 times or 10 times. And it's just like, no, it takes time. Yeah. Also, if you ever need encouragement, I always have 2 examples. I was like, either go like try to watch a baby learn how to walk and see how many times they fall over. And you don't see any adults crawling around just being like, walking isn't for me. Like, no, we all learn how to walk. It's just like what you got to do. And if you want something a little bit, better looking, go to a skate park and see grown ass men trying to learn a trick. And I like in Banff, a lot of people skate. So I'm always like, hey guys, like how long have you been trying to learn that trick? Cause I just watched you for an hour try to learn it. They're like 3 months, Steph. Like I'll get it one day. I was like, if I tried to learn a trick for 3 months, I would have given up by now, but they don't. So it's like, we have to apply this to everything else.
Yeah. Especially mediumship, because
mediumship. This is years.
There's so much to it. There's so many components to it. It just blows my mind. Like I'm trying to write my second book and it's about mediumship, but I'm like, this book could be like 20 million chapters, like, because there's so much to put in this that you don't even, when I'm like, I think I've got something and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, there's more. I got to add to that. You know what I mean? Because you forget until you do a reading. So speaking of, I know you're not doing readings, but the one I just listened to today, I think you said that you don't remember anything that you say after.
I get, and like kind of like reading amnesia. Yeah. I am getting better at listening to what I say, because the first few times I wasn't listening to myself. I was just like saying the information. Now I'm kind of getting better at like, okay, I know I said this, but it's very PC. So even listening, trying to go back to those 2 group readings and say what happened. My mom's always like, why didn't you say more details? I was like, I don't remember the details. Like you're going so fast and it's not your thoughts, right? That's what I always explain. I'm like, it's not my thoughts. It's not me wearing the red robe and the pink slippers with the belt and the poofy hair and the whatever. So I'm just saying it. And then it's kind of gone as soon as I say it. So the last one, we actually recorded it. My friend recorded it for me. So I want to go back and listen to the whole thing, because I even think I sound different. It was really interesting, like hearing myself. Have you ever listened back to yourself after a reading?
Yeah, I guess so.
It was so interesting.
Yeah. But I was going to say, I also don't remember. 2 people will message me after I did a group reading. She's like, do you remember what my mom said to me? I'm like, no.
I know. Or people will be like, do you remember when you said this? I was like, huh? Like, I even talked to you? I don't remember.
I feel bad too, because I have sometimes repeat clients and they're like, I'm like, oh, how did you find me? They're like, Jen, this is my 3rd reading. I'm like, oh shit. Like, because I forget, like I don't retain anything.
No, same with Reiki. When I do my Reiki clients, my eyes are mostly closed. So I like open my eyes, say hi, but then I close my eyes for the hour while I'm working. Then I open my eyes and I say bye. And sometimes I introduce myself and they're like, I've been here like 7 times. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just drop right in. I'm like ready to work.
Yeah. Well, but it's funny because I feel like I feel bad. Like I'm like, no, it's not. Don't take it.
No, it's not you. It's just me in the zone. Like my mom could walk in. I'd be like, hi, please lay down. Have you ever had Reiki before? And she'd be like, Steph. Like, oh, hi, Mom.
You're my kid. Yeah. You used to live with me. I raised you. I changed your diapers. Remember me?
Yeah, I know.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. One of the questions I had is, have you ever been asked to be on a psychic network?
Yours.
No, but so I was on that one, the A1R Psychic Radio Network, and then I got another email last week from some other psychic network asking me to be a psychic. And I was like, it's like a call-in thing, but they call you on the phone. It's like 99 cents a minute. And I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
Right?
After I was on yours, I got an email and I didn't know if it was like a bot or something. So I just responded to it and like asked a question and they never messaged me again. But no, I haven't. And I feel like my psychic is very much still developing. You're really good at it. I get it a lot, like sprinkled, I would say.
Right. So what do you prefer? Like, I know just for argument's sake, do you like doing psychic or do you like doing mediumship?
Mediumship. Psychic, I think, scares me a little bit because I don't want to say the wrong thing. And you have to be really freaking confident in something if you're going to say a future prediction.
Yeah.
So I like mediumship because I am in that confident realm with that information. And sometimes psychic, I play between like, should I say this? Is this my job? Is this part of like, is this my message to deliver? So it's like a hard line when you're, but I do appreciate it for myself, you know, like.
You get visions for yourself?
Yeah. Or just like when I lose something or when I need something, or if I know something's going to happen, or if like those type of things. And for my friends, like, it's like those little things. I'm always like, hey, watch out for this and do this and walk on the other side of the road.
Don't get in a car accident.
Yeah. Don't get in a car accident.
Okay, so let's talk about that. That's hilarious. So I'm driving. My daughter's in the Jeep. We're driving. It's like an hour and a half drive. And I'm trying to get her to scroll and like put on Media in the Middle podcast and like just pick one. She goes, well, I don't know how this works. I'm like, she goes, well, there's like number 1 and there's like number 85. I'm like, just pick one. I don't care which one you pick. I said, just pick it. And so she's like, I don't know how this works. I'm like, give me the phone. So I'm like, driving and like trying to scroll at the same time. And I'm like waiting for like a random one to come. And I forget which one I listened to first. And then I got one with like, don't get in a car accident. I'm like, I think I'm supposed to listen to this one for some reason. And then, as you said, don't get in a car accident. I'm like scrolling and driving at the same time.
Pay attention to the road, Jen.
And then I was laughing so hard. And then you're like, well, I didn't want to get the Ram, but the Ram is there. That's all they had was the Ram. And there's literally a Ram truck.
And you were driving a Ram?
No, I was it was in front of me.
Oh.
There was a Ram in front of me. I was like, come on, Spirit. Come
nice.
on.
That was a nice little sign.
All the episodes I could have like scrolled through and then push play at the same time and not get in a car accident. But I love that story. People should listen to that one because especially if you're like new to like spiritual development and you're learning about your intuition, like that's a really good story of like, listen, like I feel like people would listen to that story and go, oh, I don't need to do that. And then they're going to have their own, like you said, their own don't get in a car accident experience. Like mine is like totally like way not as cool as that. Mine was in actually my book where it's like I was driving to this in the town. There was like Jelly Street East and Jelly Street North, and all the numbers were the same both ways. You'd think it'd be like 1 and 99. It was like same numbers. And I'm like, okay, I got to go to this person's house, and I forget what I was doing. And I'm like, I'm going to go right. And then I heard in my head, no, go left. And I'm like, no, I'm going right. And I totally ignored it. Went to the 43, knock on the door. I'm like, hello, is Jane here? She's like, huh? There's no one named Jane here. I'm like, damn it, I should have gone left. And so then I went left. It was the right house.
Yeah.
So like things like that, right? So that was like a small thing for me to happen to be like, I constantly.
Now you know. Well, I know, and I know I say in the episode, like, don't have a car accident, but I at the same time think everyone needs that story because then you always trust the left. You always trust the don't get in the car. Don't do
Not
this.
all the time, though.
So
like I'll have something like now I know that like if something is right for you and if something is aligned, it's easy. So anytime there's something that like little bumps in the thing, you know, like like something like buying winter boots. So my daughter's cat peed on my winter boots in the basement when we moved here, and I'm like gonna wear these, and I'm like, what's that smell? I'm like, I gotta throw them out. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to find these winter boots, and I was like looking for these winter boots. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy these ones, and I'm trying to like for like 10 minutes and. No, like the PayPal wouldn't work. That it redirected me back to some random website. I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm not
gonna buy these boots.
Something's wrong with the boots. I'm not buying the boots. Like just little people think it has to be something huge.
No, it does not have to be huge.
It's something. Pay attention to like the small things, you guys.
Yeah.
Don't wait for this big explosion in your face. It's the tiny things. Spirit is
literally the tiny things. It happened to me last year too. I was going, it was like winter time and I had to go get groceries and I had this big list of things I had to do in the next town over. And I am picking up my friend and I'm trying to get my car out and it's like snowed in. So I was like, I have a truck. Like, okay, I'm going to, dig out the back and try to get out. No, my friend ends up walking to my house. She's like, what's taking you so long? I'm like, well, I've been digging out my car for 20 minutes and then I can't get out. And then finally I'm like, Steph, duh, you're not meant to go anywhere. Like there was no reason why, like, it wasn't like a big snowstorm that I couldn't get out. So I just like pouted, got out of the car, slammed the door. I'm like, we're not going to Canmore. And I had to I was like, all my plans are ruined. And I was like, but you know what? I just have to trust that there's a reason why my car didn't get out of the spot and I didn't go. And my friends were like, we're not going. And I was like, we're not going. We're just not going. Like 3 days later, I went and it was fine.
Was this after the car accident?
After, yes. So now I know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you got to like trust those things. Like You gotta trust the little things. Like if it's easy, it's aligned. If it's not, don't do it.
So did you find other boots?
No.
They're coming. They're coming.
So I have like all this snow outside, and I'm walking around in my $40 fake Uggs right now because I don't have any boots. So it's fine. I'm not
Christmas
banned or
is
anything.
coming.
Okay? That's like one thing. I'm like, my kids are asking for shoes for Christmas. I'm like, isn't it like a necessity? Like shoes? You need shoes. Like, why are you asking them for Christmas? Like, people need shoes.
Yeah.
People need boots. So
I know. I was watching this like YouTube video where they were like giving ideas, and now I'm old. Like we don't give gifts, and I'm here, and all my family's away. And it was like things that you would never buy yourself is what you should ask for. She's like this $40 candle. I would never buy a $40 candle. I would love to accept a $40 candle as a gift. I was like, that's such a good idea. Buy things for people that they would never buy. I would never buy myself a $40 candle. My friends would never buy themselves a $40 candle. I'm going to buy them a $40 candle. Or like, those blankets that are so expensive that you just don't need, but they're
the
just
big
beautiful.
chunky ones are like $150.
They're like $80. You're like, why?
Right. That's a damn good blanket.
Yeah.
Very cozy. Have lots of naps in that.
Yes.
So I hear you're very good at manifesting.
I'm pretty good at manifesting, and it's really opened up this past year. I've noticed, because I didn't really notice before this past year, and now I'm like, you can have anything you want.
Is that part of your Psychc-K?
I could do a lot better with probably Psychc-K-ing, but I think also when you work with energy as much as we do, and you realize your mindset, and you're doing the work, and you're seeing where your blocks are, and you're seeing where your beliefs are, and you're seeing where your childhood stuff is that you were just meant to believe. And I was like, oh, like this is all changeable. And I am always joking, I'm like, we live in the Matrix. Like it's literally the Matrix. We can mess with it however you want, just like a video game, and you can have whatever you want. So yeah, this year I manifested like huge, income goals, monthly, yearly, just crushed them. I bought a place. I didn't have any kind of pre-financing set up. I like found the perfect dog. Anything you want, you can have, like anything, down to like a sweater, finding something in your size. Like, again, it doesn't have to be big. It can just be like, I want this for this price, and I want it on sale. I want to walk into this really busy restaurant, and I want there to be a spot for me. I want a parking spot everywhere I go. I just manifest everything. It's so fun. And I think once your mindset shifts, that's when you can really play, and it becomes like a game. I'm like, what can I manifest today? Like, let's play. Like, let's roll the dice, Matrix. Let's go.
Right. But sometimes people, I think, not me, because I get it, but some people don't believe they deserve it, or they're very grumpy all the time, and they're complaining all the time. They don't know.
Yes.
Right?
That's the mindset stuff.
Yeah.
So I just taught a big course on this, and I was like, you have to open your hand to receive. You can't squeeze on to everything that you have, and you have to give. So I know, like, you have to be generous with your abundance as well. Yeah. So I'm like, not feeling very generous, go buy someone something that you can't afford. Buy someone a coffee, it doesn't have to be huge, but go give. Yeah, so that as well has a lot of work in it. I think people don't think about manifesting as being work. I'm like, no, you can't just be like, I want $1 million. Yeah. It doesn't work like that.
Give me the lottery numbers. You're a psychic. What are the lottery numbers? Come on.
It's like, no, that's not the point.
If I knew the lottery numbers, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, and I wouldn't tell you, bro. Yeah. I would keep them for myself.
That's awesome. So for me with manifesting, it's always come easy too. And but I found another aspect to it that maybe people haven't heard of. It's like conscious appreciation.
Yes.
So learning from Dr. Joe Dispenza, and sort of listening to his weird meditations. Like I'm like, listen to Joe Dispenza. Like his meditation is too. And I'm like, just get past the weirdness. It's fine, because it would change your life. And so like constantly, I'm always like on purpose, like feeling the feeling of appreciation, and like pushing it out of my chest wall, and like I'm like, okay, I've been doing it for like 3 days. Sometimes I forget, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm doing it. Look at me. I'm doing so good, and I'm being so appreciative. I'm like, where's all the money? Where's all the free stuff? Where's this? And then you don't notice, because it's small things. Like you said, the Starbucks line usually is like down the street. And we went today, there was nobody in line.
And you have to literally be like, yes!
Like at 2 in the afternoon, okay, the Starbucks line, no one was in the line. and like free drinks, someone pays for your order or something like, so pay
Yeah.
attention to that kind of stuff.
Oh
'Cause it's
yeah, you
not
have to.
just
The
abundance of
small
like,
things.
yeah, of money. It's like, holy crap, I got that on sale, or oh, someone gave me a present, or
Yeah.
someone gave me a good review and I didn't have to do anything for it. This kind of stuff. So I love
Yeah,
it.
I know. I always say, I think this is like the theme of today. Everything seems easy, but you have to start really small.
Yes.
I always like start my gratitude or, your conscious appreciation. I like that word,
Yeah.
with my coffee. So like when I buy myself a coffee, I was talking to you earlier, like I did today, it is
Yeah.
like the biggest deal for me. I'm like, I got myself a coffee. Like, but in the morning, like when I'm having whatever coffee I have, either a pot of coffee or espresso, whatever, I'm always so happy for that coffee. And it just like starts your day off right. You're like, okay, what else can I be grateful for today?
Yeah. And that's so important too. Like I always tell people, I think gratitude and appreciation are a little bit different in frequency. Because gratitude, people are like, oh, gratitude is like making a list and like, you know, the thing is, oh, I'm
Yeah.
grateful.
Thank you for this. Thank you for this.
But conscious appreciation is like a whole other level where you actually feel and then you feel the emotion of already having the thing.
Mm,
Yeah. So there's a little bit of difference.
okay.
People who are listening, try it. Like it's not that hard. Like it's energy work.
Yeah.
Right? What we are, we're all energy, and it's, we can all do that. We can all manifest these things. We can all manifest these goals. And I'm still really sad that I didn't get to do my Psychc-K session with you though, because I had booked one with you, and then I got like completely ill like an hour before. I'm like, what is going on? Am I not supposed to do this?
Yeah.
Like,
Not the right day. We'll reschedule it. We'll reschedule
I wanted to experience it before because like I have these also beliefs too, right? Like
Oh, we all do. We
all
like
do.
people are like, when are you done your beliefs? I'm like, ha. I was like,
Never.
there's always a limiting belief we can work on.
Yeah.
And like I do say K on myself all the time. And then I'll say something and I'll be like, there's a limiting belief there. Look what I just said. And you have to fix it and you have to work on it. And it's constant.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll
like
reschedule you and get you in so you can try it out. You're gonna love it.
I need it because the reason I booked one was because I got so excited when I heard your episode about the Psychc-K with the 4 little thumbs up thing when you like that when because
that was insane.
Right, well, that is, and I was like, oh my god! I was going for a walk. I think that might have been the day I DM'd you and gave you some little bit of psychic information.
Yeah.
I'm like, every time I listen to your podcast, I'm like getting all these downloads for you.
I know. I write them all down. I have a book, and it literally says Jen's prediction.
Oh my god!
So I can come back to them and be like, "What did you say? That came true."
There was another one that I got like before I was eating dinner too, and I can't remember what it was. Something with Psychic came in for you to do. Oh, can I give you one?
Yeah. Always open.
Always ask permission before you give information, or you come up to someone with a dead person with you. Always ask permission first.
Yes.
You never know. People
consent.
Like, maybe Steph doesn't want to know her future. Maybe she's like, I'm a now kind of girl. Maybe she wouldn't want any idea. But because you're so open and because you're so into this kind of stuff, and that's why it's easy for me to get information for you. But the thing that came in was something about you getting an award.
Ooh.
Like a recognition. I don't know what. There wasn't a whole lot of context to it, but I do know it was like an award and something about you standing on a stage, which I know you do, but it's different than you standing on a stage for doing group readings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
I told you before, mine are 2 years. So
yes.
It didn't happen before 6 months. It's within 2 years. Now, just to give you backup here and evidence that I know what I'm doing, okay? So I'm not full of crap, is because I did a reading for someone a couple weeks ago, new in town, a new client, never met her before. She came to the in-person office here in town, and I told her in a psychic reading, I said, okay, 2 things are going to happen to you. She goes, what? I'm like, number 1, one of your parents' car is going to die. So no big deal. It doesn't affect you. It's okay. I don't know if it's your dad's or your mom's car. The second thing is you're going to get $75,000.
I saw that.
In relation to your work. And she's like, okay. Because she was like a marketing person. I don't know what she does, but marketing. And I'm like, you're going to get $75,000. She's like, I don't believe you. I'm like, okay. Well, just so you know, I have a rule. Spirit can't lie to me. So if I get something, it's not coming from me. It's coming from them up there, wherever, the psychic realm. She's like, okay, that's cool. Okay, see you later. Bye. So then a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I got this email from this woman. She's like, but there was like expletives in this email. She's like, oh my God, guess what happened? My dad's car died. And then she goes, and I got, what did she say? $56,000. And I'm like, she goes, well, we got $56,000. But I thought, oh, that's pretty close. Jen was pretty close. Then she goes, wait a minute. She goes, I'm going to wonder what this is in American or Canadian. I think it was American to Canadian. It was $75,000. So.
That's crazy. I saw when you posted that on your story, and I was
that's like
clapping.
evidence for you that I'm not making things up. So like, and then I had someone say, "Can you tell me that?" I'm like, I can't just like pull things out of my butt. Like it has to be legit, and then it happens. Like, so sometimes the timeline is different too.
Yeah.
Right. So it could be a week, it could be 6 months, or it could be 2 years. So everything that I've written for you in your little book about what's gonna happen.
And I wrote that down too because you told me that 6 months or 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else did I tell you? I think I told you.
You told me I was gonna write a book.
Yeah.
Let me just pull it out here. And you told me I'm gonna write a book sooner. Huh?
This is different than Little Black Book.
No, but you did say something about flip this not near my microphone. Okay, look, it even says your name right at the top. Psychic predictions from July 29th.
Oh.
Big vision of becoming very well known. Oh yeah, you told me that I'm gonna have my own show. Yes. And I'm gonna replace Mom's a Medium on TLC or A&E.
Yep.
I really believe that. I've had a feeling I'm gonna be on TV for a long time. Yep. I have a podcast voice, but a TV personality. Actually asked to do a big event where a woman approaches me. That maybe was the Banff Wellness Retreat because I had a lot of women approach me afterwards.
No, this was to approach you to do something. This wasn't a random conversation.
Yeah, because I did do like I would call the wellness retreat like a big event. Okay. You said I'm like Teresa Computo one day, but the Canadian version. And my show's gonna be very Canadian, very Banffy.
Yes.
And then you saw a license plate that said Rocky Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget that. I don't remember that part. So that just came in one out the other.
So I wrote it down.
I remember the TV show. Yeah. I remember the TV show for sure.
And you did tell me the book thing in another one. I didn't write that down, but I really do have a strong feeling. It's funny because I think I talked about this on the podcast. I'm like, I have a psychic friends and they always tell me things, and I don't mean to sound rude, but sometimes when people tell me things, I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, you're going to write a book. Yeah, I know. You're going to be on TV one day. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I also get kind of like, I have an idea.
Yeah.
But it's always interesting to hear from someone else because it's confirmation.
But that's because it comes from your higher self.
Yeah.
So the more connected you are to your higher self, the more you're already going to know this stuff. Like if someone has a psychic reading, it's stuff they already know.
Oh yeah.
Like they already know most of the stuff that's going to happen. Is that some people come for validation.
Yes. And I think that's huge.
Yeah.
When someone else tells you what you're thinking or what you're maybe thinking, you're like, oh, okay, I was going to write a book, but now you're telling me to write a book. So yeah. And you did tell me that the book was going to be way sooner than I thought.
Yes.
So,
okay. But like, I think it's going to be picked up by, also, here's another thing coming in. It's going to be picked up by it's not going to be self-published. It's going to be picked up.
Okay. That's interesting. Cause I was thinking about that this week. I was like, would I self-publish? Or because I was listening to another podcast about someone.
You can self-publish, but it will get picked up. So no matter what you decide, you can't make a wrong decision with this book, just so you know.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
what did you do for your book?
What's that?
Is yours self-published?
Yeah, it's okay, so the first edition is self-published. Then the second edition of it is with the baby company of Hay House. So not Hay House.
Okay.
The one underneath it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
One day.
Soon. Sooner than you think, Steph.
Yeah. 6 months to 2 years.
Yeah, 6 months to 2 years. Okay, then that being said, it's also sometimes up to 10 years. So if it doesn't happen within 2 years, it'll be 10 years, but I think it'll be sooner.
Yeah.
I think they're good.
We'll see.
Yeah. It's so funny. I decided, like we were talking earlier, is that I decided to stop doing psychic stuff.
Yes.
So good at everything, but you don't have to do everything. So I was doing everything I was good at, or told I was good at, you know. It's like, oh my God, you're so good at psychic. It's like, okay, well, I got to be a psychic and a medium and a life coach and a mentor and a Reiki
and
master.
You were teaching Reiki.
Yeah, like everything. I was like, okay. So I'm like, because I'm very spirit led. So if spirit says you're not doing something anymore, I'm not doing it anymore. So spirit's like, you're retiring from Reiki teaching. And I was like, I'm okay with that. So I had my last class, and then actually it was James Von Prague who got me in his class. He's like, you can't do both. You can't do psychic and mediumship. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you can't be good at everything. You got to pick one. Pick one that you're really good at and focus on that. And I'm like, damn it. And then I'm like, which one do I like more? But I like them both. So I kind of had to think about it. I'm like,
yeah, okay, so similar too, right? It's like Reiki and mediumship. I'm like, yeah, I could do both, but you're just like splitting your time, splitting your energy. And I was like, right now people need to heal. So that's interesting. You went through the same thing.
Yeah. And it'll probably change. Like people who know me know that I'm very spirit led. So it could change. It might go back. I don't know what's going to happen. Spirit has me like every year doing something different, or reintegrating or refocusing and that kind of stuff. So
because you're done psychic readings at the end of this year, right? Or
yeah,
are you
so
done
I
already?
am booked up. No, I'm booked up with psychic readings. So this month will be the last time I'm doing psychic readings. And yeah, and it's funny, as soon as I decided to do that, all my predictions went away. Like my
Oh,
big world predictions, they're gone. I'm not getting anything.
well, that's kind of nice.
It is. It was a
I
lot.
feel like that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of them too. People were like,
Yeah,
I should
you
have
had a lot.
screenshotted. But yeah, so psychic information comes like if I'm talking to someone, it comes very easily to me. And I'm not naturally born. So you were not naturally born this way. Like you had to work at this like me, yes?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I do think there was interest
Yes.
always in my life. Like I always watched Teresa on computer,
Yeah.
on the online or on the TV.
Yeah.
I always liked like, scary story, not scary stories, but paranormal. Oh, something weird happened to you. Tell me about it. Oh, you went to saw a psychic. Tell me about it. Like all that stuff.
Yeah.
But no, not like, oh, I just knew how to do it and it was so easy. I was like, oh, that's not how it worked for me.
No. But people don't know that they can learn.
Yeah. And I think it is hard. I was like, if you have interest, you can learn anything. If you have interest, you can learn anything.
Yeah. Well, I have no interest in fixing a car.
No, exactly, right?
We'll leave that to the husband who's the car guy. And something you're good at. Do you know what I mean? I
Yes.
think if you're something you're good at too, or you discover that you're good at something too, it also fuels the passion and the drive to keep doing it and want to help people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is what
totally.
you're all about. Which what you do, I think whatever you're going to do is going to be awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a teacher. And then when I was like 15, I like realized I could not stand children. And I was like, well, how am I going to be a teacher if I don't teach children? So I just like kind of went away and I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up after that.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a teacher, but I'm teaching adults. Like, this is beautiful.
Teacher not in a box, teacher outside the box.
Yeah. And I don't have to deal with kids. So it's perfect.
Yeah. Adults are sometimes easier to deal with children. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah. I know. I was like, it's interesting. One of my mentees is a teacher for like grade 6 students. And I was like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
I feel like that's insane. She was like, yeah, it's hard.
Especially in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Like I'm so glad Spirit had me quit teaching kindergarten.
I know. I feel bad for the kids during this time, but like I couldn't deal with that. I just couldn't. I'm like, I can't be this for you 30 people.
No.
I'm dealing with myself.
That's right.
That's enough.
Yeah. Everyone's in a straight line.
Yeah.
No. Straight. But doing this work also made me realize that how messed up the school system is too, which is
yes. See, kids one-on-one I can work with. Yeah. I think it's just like, again, crowds of anything is hard, but I feel bad. Like they're not encouraged to be individuals or to express themselves or to figure out what they want. Like they're just pushed in these boxes. It can't be easy for them.
Nope.
Because you used to be a teacher.
Yep. Kindergarten.
Cuties. See?
Yes. But I love how Spirit stepped in and saved the day. Spirit's like, you're getting out of there. I remember the principal coming in. So what are you going to do? What do I put in the newsletter that you're leaving? I'm like, I'm going to do some Reiki. Yeah, that's it. He's like, what is Reiki? I'm like, you're lucky I'm just telling you what Reiki is and not what to do.
I know. I never want to tell anyone my podcast. They're like, what's your podcast name? And I was like, it's just a podcast about energy. They're like, oh, like, what's it called? And I was like, I just talk about my journey. They're like, oh, what's the name of it? And I was like, so, gotta go by. Because I was like, or I'll just like drop it, be like, it's called Medium in the Middle. Okay, see you later. And they're like, oh, Medium in the Middle, cool. And you can like see their wheels turning. They're like, wait.
What? Like if someone's like asking me about what's your email address? And I'm like, jenabra.medium. Like, oh, you're a medium? I'm like, but now it's a lot easier for me to say, obviously, because almost everyone in the world, like who I know in my world, knows what I do. So
now it's easier. But yeah,
at the beginning, you're like, more of like being terrified to tell people. Now I make a joke of it. Like I quit my job to talk to the dead people on the full-time basis. Like just own it. You gotta own it.
You gotta own it. Open your throat chakra.
Yeah.
Say it to the world.
Singing me. Oh.
Yeah, the singing medium now. Your throat chakra is open.
It's open already. That's awesome. Okay, so did I miss anything? I know you do a lot of things. You have merch.
I have merch. I have a podcast, Reiki. Oh, I read the Akashic Records. I guess I never really introduced myself. Hi, I'm Steph.
Hi,
I'm the medium in the middle.
We do things backwards here.
Yeah.
That happens when you work with Spirit.
Yeah, we just started going. Yeah, and I read the Akashic Records, but that's pretty much me.
Yeah, that's a lot though.
Yeah, but it's a good melting pot of things.
Yes. Do you see in the future of you just like narrowing it down at all? Or are you always going to do all the things?
I feel like I would narrow. I think I'm going to get more and more Reiki. But I do also see myself doing more mediumship readings, like group readings, just to like get my little fix, quiet the noise for a moment, dip my toe. And I really like group readings. They put me on my back and energetically I need to like get better at holding space for that. But I really, really enjoy them and I see the impact of them. So my goal for 2022, you heard this first here on the podcast. I haven't even said it yet. I want to do one large group reading per quarter is my goal. And I say large is like 75 to 100 people. So
well, that's pretty manageable. 100 is a lot.
Yeah, not massive, but yeah. So that's my goal.
Recorded because I still am dying to see you work.
Yeah. Well, the one is recorded.
Okay.
There's a podcast episode where I like put some clips in.
Okay.
So
I missed that one. That was not the one that I scrolled by.
Yeah, I know.
Driving.
It's okay.
I had to get in a car accident with the Ram.
Yeah, that's really good. Spirit orchestrated that nicely.
I thought that was pretty lined up there. Okay, so where can people find you? I know, but they don't know.
Yeah. Medium in the Middle on social, themediuminthemiddle.com. Medium in the Middle podcast. It's available anywhere you listen. Yeah. And yeah, come over on Instagram. We have a good time there. I'm always making jokes. Me and little Arch are over here.
Yeah, your dog is so cute. I'm manifesting a puppy.
Yes, me too.
You would have one. You want
Dogs
two?
are the best. No, I manifested him. Oh wait, okay. Did you say you manifested one or you want to?
No, I want to manifest one.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. A little
By
one.
when?
Little one. We already have a dog, but that's Chad's dog.
Yeah. And he's big.
Yeah, we need a little one. I feel like we have 3 cats, 4 kids, a dog. I feel like it's imbalanced. I feel like we need one more. Maggie's like, we need a cat. No, we need another dog. A small, cute little one you could put in a purse.
You need Arch. He's 5 pounds and he's the best.
He's adorable.
He goes everywhere with me. He goes to the gym every day. Everybody loves him. He's a celebrity. I'm always like, Arch, you're more famous than I am.
Yeah. Does he see spirits?
Yes. Oh my gosh. So, but just before we go, he sees spirits and I need to actually clear my house tonight because they've been waking him up in the night and he gets really scared and he tries to like sit on my head like he's trying to run away from them. And I like see his head turning in a circle. He's just like,
listen, spirit, stop
following something. And I'm like, spirit, leave him alone. But I'm half asleep trying to tell them to leave him alone, but also kind of laughing because I think it's funny. But he barks at nothing, like at corners all the time. So I'm like, Archie, I think we're a good mix. I talk to spirit, you see spirit, but
you don't see spirit, but your dog does.
Yeah.
Got it.
So poor little guy. Actually, that's a good reminder for me to clear my house after this.
Like, yeah, if you're a medium, clear your house every day.
Ooh. Do you?
Well, when I remember, but I can tell if I forget and I come in. I've been on my house, so I haven't really needed to. But I'm like, oh my god, I'll walk in the house. I'm like, oh okay.
Yeah. So I haven't in a while actually. Yeah. So I'm like, it's needed.
Yes. Always.
And poor little Arch.
And if you're not a medium, clear your space.
Clear your house. Open a window.
Yeah. Open a window. Clear your space. I have like a singing bowl and I've got the Palo Santo going.
Yeah. Get some incense. Get something. Clap your hands.
Clap your hands. Good one.
Yeah.
Have a dance party.
Yeah.
No, that's something else. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Steph, for being on the podcast. It's been awesome chatting with you. And we're going to do an Instagram Live together at some point to chat more about when the episode comes out, probably in about 2 weeks from now. And I'll keep watching your journey because it's awesome. And everyone needs to go and listen to the podcast and follow her on Instagram, on the gram. Yeah. But don't send her a
having me
free reading because that's rude.
Yeah. I never get actually no, I shouldn't say that. I do get that sometimes.
Oh, love spell. Can you please put a love spell on this man for me?
Sure.
About that no, not from me. I'm good.
No, I know. I would just be like, yeah, okay, I will.
For sure. I don't know how to, but I'm sure I could.
Sure, I'd love to do that. Yeah.
Something else on your plate. Here's my
thanks for having me, Jen. That was so fun.
Thanks so much, Steph. Okay, talk to you later.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, you guys. I'll see you next time.
The Fall Line is a true crime podcast covering the coldest cases in the southeastern United States and occasionally beyond. We focus on the missing persons, the unsolved murders, and the unidentified does that don't get media attention. Empathetic and intensively researched, The Fall Line will take you on deep dives into unsolved cases that you've never heard of and make you wonder why you haven't. Find us wherever you listen to podcasts.
¿Quieres mejor internet? Cox Internet de 300 megas tiene las velocidades rápidas y confiables que buscas. Perfecto para streaming y gaming y trabajar desde casa. Todo por solo $45 al mes cuando agregas Cox Mobile. Incluye equipo de Wi-Fi y garantía de precio de 2 años en tu plan. No esperes. Cámbiate hoy a Cox. Requiere Cox Mobile Gig Unlimited. Garantía de precio no incluye impuestos y cargos. Velocidad de datos móviles se reduce después de 20 gigas al mes.